Hello, welcome to DK Boljat. I'm glad you're here. I'm working on this little hummingbird. He looks kind of robotic, I think, because he's got a pattern of his feathers in the front, which we're gonna fix today. And on my palette, I have burnt umber, ultramarine. This is hooker's green, and then I've got titanium white. And the green, I'm gonna have to mix it with a little bit of white, and I have some yellow as well. These are Blick colors, and they are studio grade colors. So I'm gonna mix some green and white together just to see if I can get it close to that color. And that's close, but I think it needs a little bit of yellow to make that color, so I'll grab some yellow. Yeah, I'm glad you're here with me. I'd love to hear if you're painting with me, that'd be great. I need to be descriptive, so I will say that I am using a number 4 Blick Golden Round. You can kind of tell what kind of brush it is by what it says on the side. This is made for acrylic. I'm gonna mix a little yellow into this green. And then I need to adjust my computer screen because I'm painting off of a picture on the computer. I think this is going to be great right here. This looks really good. Leave that there. And I'm going to mix the brown and the blue together. And I'm going to adjust the screen so I can see it better. That was my chair. My scooting out chair. I'm going to turn down the volume of the music. Okay, so I'm ready. To take it on. And you know, the hooker's green too will be a perfect one for the edge of the feather itself. So down under here, he's got mostly shadow, and I know it's green. He's got little green feathers. I'm just inner painting little green feathers in between the gray feathers. I don't want a pattern so much as I want it to look like it's uniform and natural. Let's bring him on out his tummy because it's not just gray there. And I'm just using the edge of the round brush and pulling up as I'm tapping it down and pulling up. There we go. This part here is going to be a gray color, so I'm going to make that gray. I've got pretty sure I'll be able to crop this so you'll be able to see this. But I have my burnt umber and ultramarine. I'm going to grab this brush. Actually, I'll grab a knife to mix it, which is technically what I'm supposed to do anyway. This is a paint knife. Works really well for painting Mount Hood. We won't need that today. There we go. I'm just pulling them together till I make the color. I'm keeping plenty in reserve to pull out if I need more. Once I have a pretty good black, which I think I do, I will add a little bit of the white to it to see what kind of gray it makes. If it steers more towards the blue or towards the brown, we'll see. It'll be an experiment here. It's blue, definitely blue. So I'm gonna add more brown from the reserve. And now I need more blue. And back and forth I'm gonna go until I get it to be a pretty good gray. And then what I need to do before I just start happily painting along, I need to use distilled water and spray it. I was taking a drink there. Okay. A little bit of that gray is going to go on the bottom of these feathers. Yeah, that's dark enough for sure. And the washer going. I don't know if that's noticeable in the video, but it's out in the garage going, so if you hear a noise, that's what it is. Okay, that's gray. I'm gonna go darker gray here too. Just put the bottom of those feathers in. I need lighter to show the top of the feathers. He's got white on the front of his little tummy. His little tum-tum. We'll put some white on the front. And it's easier for me to get it from an angle where I can paint to the edge and make it nice and sharp against the background. Even though it's feathers, we'll just put that little bit of white where the light is coming in. There we go. Okay. Turn it back around. Get you back sitting pretty there. There we are. Then I'll put some white on the, so light brown, light brown, light gray. Both a little bit lighter gray for the top of the feathers. And it looks like, goes like that. I'll just do that. And like that. I'm tapping the brush down in between his gray feathers. And I don't want the gray to take over, so it's not gonna. I'll keep going with the darker gray as well. But right now I'm doing light on the tops of the feathers. And I'm kind of breaking up the pattern that was there. It's no longer robotic. Let me get a dark gray now. I'll rinse this color off and go into the gray that's in between the two here that I started with. It's a darker color. And I'm just tapping and pulling up. Putting in those little feathers. And then I can bring them on over. I need to do like a lighter green on the top of these green ones, but I'm going to continue with the gray that I have. Just finish this bit of it. He has more white near his neck, as well as on his tummy. And it goes all the way back to here. This is acrylic paint, and like I said, I'm using burnt umber, ultramarine, and a little bit of titanium white. Rinse this off, and I'm going to add in lighter gray again. There we go. If you need to turn your canvas if you're painting with me. And if not, just enjoy the video. I know I'm enjoying it. I always enjoy painting. Unless it's like painting a bedroom, you know. I enjoy painting pictures. Okay. Get some lighter green use in between his feathers here. I'll go into this lovely green that I got with the yellow. A little bit of white. Actually got some gray in there too, it doesn't matter. And I'm just touching it to the canvas. I want to make sure I not do I'm having to adjust, hang on just a second, because I'm gonna, here we go. I had to click OK on it. It was a computer message. All right. I'm gonna put in the rest of his little tops of his feathers, and they come on down a little bit. Right on top of that, yeah. Okay, and I need to get some gray again with the gray. Come over here and get it, and it's gonna go in his armpit. Yeah, because it can't be the sky color. That's just not gonna work. When you get darker, it's gonna be more black. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and then it's got lighter on the edge here. Let me get lighter. Let me get some white and gray. And make that little bit of an edge between his armpit and the feathers that go on his wing. There we go. There we are. And then the feathers that are on his wing have some sky showing through. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm going to go over them again with a little bit of light gray. Starting at the bottom and pulling up. It's easier for me to get it that way from the angle I'm at right now. There we go. I'm just pulling up. I don't want to lose that line that's between them. But we can certainly fade it out a little bit. First put this on, get rid of the flowers behind it. It doesn't have flowers showing through his wings. Okay, that looks good. I need to fade it out with I'm gonna use a fan brush. Meaning I'm gonna blend it a little bit. So this is a 20-0 Princeton fan. I got a little damp. I'm just going to pull up into the wing. It's going to get some on the line. That's okay. It'll make it less obvious. There we are. I hope if you're watching this that you're subscribed to my channel and you watch my other videos. I have plenty of hummingbird painting videos, and I will make plenty more. And just basic painting videos. There we are. that's good. I'm gonna get the excess water off of this. And then I need to do a nice thin line all along the base of the wing, because it's pretty dark in this picture, or in the painting I'm doing right now, it's pretty dark. In the picture it's not. It is pretty light gray. See if I can just make a nice line. Color in the lines, that's what we're gonna do. And across the top, it's a lighter gray. I'll just go right over that black. I need to clean up where I kind of went over his wing, like his wing just hulked out right there. I need to take that off. Set this down, get a different brush. So I'm going to use a little round brush. This is a 10-0, calls it a flat, okay. Turn this so I can get the right angle. And this is a damp brush. I just do it until it starts moving. There we go. And it'll just start moving that paint for you. You can be a paint pusher. There you go, just push that paint around. Don't take no for an answer, it'll push, it'll move. There we go. Now. Okay, I'm gonna blend this out a little bit. There we go. Just get it to go to the edge. And then I was gonna pull up with a fan brush still. But I'm using a flat brush right now. I'm gonna pull up with a fan brush. Getting it wet, wiping it off. This tablecloth comes in handy quite frequently. There we go. I'm just going to pull right up into the wing and let it go over that darker color. There we go. And then in it here, it looks like it's a little bit browner. What I can do with that is grab some brown in this gray, just up underneath his wing there, where the feathers are attached. And I'm going to do the same thing I just did, but go the opposite way. Since I'm a lefty, I'm going to go like that and pull this down. All right, let's take a look at him. Let's take a look at you, shall we? Yes, he needs some more green feathers, defined green feathers on the side of his body. And I don't need texture, so I'm gonna have to talk that out of being texture. Let me get I'm just gonna take the excess off with my glove. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Up into the armpit. Well, it's kind of his armpit. It's underneath. It's where it meets it's his shoulder. There we go. Okay, and this is the other wing back here. Gray's all up here, so I need to take out some of that green, or just go over it with some gray. I'm using the little flat brush and a little bit of white and gray. You notice I'm saving his head for last. It's kind of like you eat dinner first and then you have dessert. That's what I'm doing. That's going to be the fun part for me. I mean, this is all fun, but that's going to be more fun. And then on the top part of his little feathers, he's got a lighter green. There we are. I have a little bit more white to that green. That's not so yellow. All right, that's pretty light right there. You know, they have little good little feathers. There's a light. That actually, the brush works really well just to paint that on. I love how they seem like they're a little color changing. Birds, you know, because they have such luminescent, or would you call it opalescent, luminescent? They have such beautiful feathers that change from red to sometimes they look black if they're sitting in the right, you know, area. That they'll look black. Speaking of which, putting in his eye. I'm gonna put in his eye with a little bit of this black, which looks more blue than black. I'll put you in there, huh? This looks like a person's eye. I think it needs a little bit more squared off right here on this side, which I can do. It's gonna be red. He's a male, it's gonna be excitingly red. It'll get the girl's attention is what's gonna do. And then his beak needs to be black as well. Rinse this off and use a different brush. I have a little brush right here. This is a 3-0 round. Let's get you the right angle, about like that. I'm gonna go into the black. I need to put water with it and then spin my brush in there so that I can get the paint loaded on there nice and sharp. So you see how it's kind of sharp? I don't have there's my cat. I don't have any blobs on there. It's all good to go. As long as I don't push down, I'll be fine. And go right up to that top line. Go into the black again. Don't hit the keys, bud. Luckily I don't have a touch screen. That would be a problem. He's checking out what's on the screen. Hummingbird. Bring it back a little further. I'm gonna just bring it to his eye. I'm gonna go the other way. Like so. So I can get it right to that. If I do that, this line will be really sharp. If I don't do that, it'll be not sharp against the background. And it needs to be sharp. It's a little beak. I don't think it hurts if you ran into a hummingbird. I don't think it hurts. But yeah, this needs to look like it's sharp. I'll paint that in. I don't know where his beak ends or begins. In the picture it looks black all the way to his eyeball, but I'm not gonna do that either. So I do see something that's bugging me and I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it because I can. Do you see how it's thicker on his beak right here? I'm gonna try to take that off with a, I'm not gonna try, I'm gonna do it. There we go. That is the language. I'm gonna do it. He looks like he's got a big beak. That's okay. That's all right, buddy. I'll just take that off. I think it's because the pencil mark was right there. There we go. Super easy to take right back off. If I'm not committed to it yet, I can take it right back off. And same thing on the top. I think I'll do a little bit on the top. And if it leaves a pencil mark that I need to clean up later, I can. I can erase it. With an eraser. I do not want to have to paint the background again. I'm not gonna do it. Because you can back paint. And it probably wouldn't be noticeable at all. Nobody's gonna know. Let's see, what do we have here? That looks good. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, his beak is big. Looks pretty big. What I can do when this dries is take an eraser and erase the pencil mark. Time right there. It's good to be pretty straight. Yeah, like that. Get it off the end. Take a close look at you. You look pretty good, bud. You look pretty good. I'm gonna get some gray. Using the same flat brush that I was using before. I'm gonna go into the darker gray. Put you underneath here. Okay, so as I've said, this is fun too, but next video there's going to be even more fun because I will be able to do his little head. I hope you join me for that. I'll turn him around, put a little bit more white on his tummy. I'll turn it around to get the right angle. There we go, that's definitely white. And right up against the background, that's good. And then he has some light above the gray here. This is white and a little bit of gray. Okay. Doing the same thing. A little bit of white and gray. I'm so glad you could join me today. Please like this video if you like it. Please subscribe to DK Boljat. Share it with your friends and family, or people that like to paint, you know, people that like to relax. Some people have too many things going on, too many distractions. Share the video to help them relax. I know I'm relaxed when I paint. I'm in joy. Holy Spirit and I are in joy. I love it. Getting more white and gray. I should quit, but I'm almost gonna quit. I'm almost there. So yeah, please like the video, subscribe to my channel. Please hit the notification button so that you get notified. I typically post videos on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. That's what I've been doing currently. And then I do shorts every day. So you'll see them on the shorts channel. That's from larger videos that are chopped up by Opus Clips, which is a program that breaks up your videos for you and puts words in there. I mean, you know, they print out your words. Sometimes they get them wrong, and that's okay. I just have to go in and watch them and make sure they're right. Sometimes they get by me. He's gonna need his little feet down here too. So I'm gonna blend the line that's between the white and his stomach. You know, this line that I put in here. I can still move that. I painted it on today. I can still move it. I'm just gonna coax it to move. It's just a damp brush. Not so much so that I'd have a puddle. It's just damp enough to move that line. There we go. I just have to coax it to move. I might have had a little grain on my brush. Oh well. A little bit of gray on my brush. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it done for today. I'm glad you joined me. If you like the video, please like the video. If you like watching process videos and hanging out with me while I'm painting, please subscribe to DK Boljat. I'll see you in the next video. God bless you.